Life car breakdown. This is an important subject because for many of us, we've suffered a life car breakdown, which means that a traumatic event might have happened in our lives, and we may have suffered nearly every area of our lives being put into disarray. We may have lost an important relationship or a loved one, or we may have lost an important job or our home. It could be a whole number of things. And for some people, it could be all of those things happening at the same time. And when this happens, it can feel, and I've experienced this myself, it can feel as if every area of your life is impacted and as if there isn't any area that is working now. So a life car breakdown is quite a good analogy because it feels as if every area of our life is not working and as if it's broken down. And I wanted to just say a few things today very quickly about being very kind to yourself. If this is you and you're in this situation right now and there doesn't seem to be any area of your life that's working, in fact, it seems as if everything has got worse than it has done before in the past, and as if you are unable to know which direction to turn in because everything just seems to have blown apart, and whatever you do, it just doesn't seem to be working. And also, importantly, at times like that, we don't have the energy and the resources to actually pick everything up and put everything back together again. And we have to deal with the emotional consequences, the psychological consequences of being in this position, and the physical consequences of just having the energy to be able to pick everything up and move everything forward. And at these times when we've had this life breakdown, as I call it, we often don't have the resources necessary and we don't have the heart anymore because we just feel like giving up at those times. And I want to say to you, if that's you, or if this happens to you in the future, because I've been through this process, and in retrospect, in looking back, I can see that there were important lessons there for me. And that event, and these events that you're going through, are often a catalyst, and they are often an important catalyst in order to take our lives to another level in future. And that is the main point that I wanted to encourage you with today, is that it's difficult to see this from where you are at the moment, because at these times we often lose perspective and we can often not see the wood for the trees because we're so focused on what we need to do at the moment that we don't have a long-term vision available to us because things just feel so bad. But in retrospect, when we look back, we can often see that that period was a period when we either made a new commitment to ourselves and our lives, or it could be a period when you are being shown what is not working in your life, which is why it's broken down. And so it's a really good idea at this time to sit down and have a serious look at what's not been working and what you need to do in the future in order to allow your life car to run smoothly and to, importantly, not break down again in the future, which is so important. So I'm hoping that this video will be really helpful to some people because I know what it's like being in that position. And I can honestly say, although it may not be easy at the time, that you could very well be headed for a better place and for a brighter future also, importantly. And the important point that I think I stated at the beginning, if not, I'm going to state it again, is that during this period that you don't beat yourself up and self-criticize for whatever has happened, but that you really, really come alongside yourself and be there for you, because you need someone there for you at this time, and you need encouragement, and sometimes there just isn't anyone around. So I would really, really encourage you to just be there for yourself at the moment. Give yourself as much self-care and self-love as you can, and to make this an important catalyst for the future, to learn as much as you can about what has happened, but to make it a stepping stone for the future where you strengthen your life car, where you repair it and receive healing as much as possible, and you learn those important lessons and go on to make a happier future and a healed future that is whole for you to enjoy to the fullest. And I really, really do wish you well with that. And I wish you all the best for the future, and that your future life car will be repaired and running even better than before. Bye-bye. I'll see you again soon.